All right, welcome back to Lag Demon Programming. We are finishing up our material for our landscape, and the last piece that we have to do is the auto material that will automatically set the materials according to the slope of the landscape. So let's get right into it. All right, here we are in Unreal. I'm going to go down here to my, where did I put it? Survive, that's right. Survive, landscape, materials, and here's our level start material. So I have gone through and duplicated the last one. We've got our layer C. I set everything and put it in groups. There is one thing, however, that I forgot to tell you, and I'm going to go do that right now. It's a little bit tedious, not terrible. I'm going to move this over here. There was I forgot to tell you about something that's very important. So let's open up this landscape material. Let's go to layer A first, and I'll show you what it is. On these material nodes, oh, they are set to shared wrap. Okay, so I guess I don't have to go through and do it. But when you create your sampler source, you want to make sure that this sampler source is set to shared wrap on all of your textures. Now the reason for that is if you don't do that and you start painting and you do a lot of painting, Unreal is going to get very overloaded with textures and materials, and it's going to stop wanting to compile shaders and all kinds of stuff. So in fact, it's compiling some shaders right now. So let's get into our auto material. Auto material is going to take and blend these three together based on the height. Oh, and I set this one to mud. I don't think the defaults are set, but it's set in the material instance. So there's a mud layer. And what we want to do, let me get out of these. What we want to do is blend them together according to their slope, so that our layer A is going to be the lowest slope, a layer B is going to be a medium slope, and our layer B, I think, might be set to rock. We might have to change that. Let me bring up the material instance and look how I set those. So we'll notice that they're all in groups now. So if we go to layer A, right now I've got that set to a grass material. That's its default anyway. Layer B is a mud, and layer C should be rock. It is. Okay. So back to here. This is going to be our flattest, somewhere in between, and the highest. So what we want to do is get a node called World Align Blend. So World Align Blend is going to put some stuff out here based on how things align with the world based on this blend sharpness and blend bias. And I'll show you what that does. So the first thing we're going to do here is promote both of these to parameters. Blend sharpness as well, promote that to a parameter. So we've got two parameters, but we're going to create two of these, but we're going to start off just by creating one. And we're going to take this blend sharpness, and I believe that I figured that should be about 30, and this one should be about -12, and we'll see how those behave when we get it. Blend sharpness basically determines how rapidly it changes from one to the next, and blend bias tells you what that slope or angle is going to be. In fact, if we take this alpha and plug it directly into here, if we take this alpha and plug it directly into, oh, we can't do that. We got to put it in the base color way over here. Put it into the base color. Now what we need to do is blend two of these materials together. So this one, the lower one's going to be in B of this, and our one is A. So I want to show you the difference actually between these. Let's see if it blended. Okay, here we go. So you see how this is blending together, and it's kind of rough and crunchy. That's because of this alpha blend. We can change this and use the explicit normal here, and we get a different kind of blend. You can kind of choose which one you want, but I like the one using the normal. Let's save this and go back and look at it and see how it's blending with the explicit normal. And this is going to be probably compiling shaders again. And so now we can see that the blend is a little more sharp. The white and the black is a little more crisp. But there's still some blending between them. You can see there's kind of a bit of a fuzzy edge, and we can adjust that. All right, so let's go back to our material. Now what we want to do is blend these materials together. I'm going to hook this back up where it belongs. So we want to blend these first two materials together. So let's and so this is going to be our grass and our mud, and this is our rock. So actually I'm going to blend together the I think I'm going to blend together the mud and the rock first. So what we want to put in here is a blend material attributes. So what's coming out of here are material attributes. Let's plug the mud, which is going to be the lower one, into B. No, let's go with the grass into B. That's going to be the lower one. And let's make the rock the higher one in A. And let's take this explicit normal, plug it into alpha, and plug this into our auto layer. Okay. Now there is something we're going to have to do here once the shaders get done compiling. When I save this, this blend material attributes is going to blend the material attributes between these two based on this world aligned blend output. Okay, the compilers are done, or the shaders are done compiling. You noticed our landscape is black. I've cleared out all the painting that we previously did in it. Here's our auto layer. Sometimes this may not show up right away when you change the material like that and add a layer to it. So you'll want to go into your landscape, remove the landscape material, add it back in, and it should pick up the new layer. It doesn't always happen. In this case, it didn't happen. But we want to go over here, and we've got to create our material info layer. Oh, maybe I already created it. All right. So remember to do that if you add a new layer. Go in here and create material info. Am I in the correct project? I hope I am. Yeah, I am. Okay. So now what we're going to do is right click on this auto layer and come down here and select fill layer. And just like painting, it's going to take it a minute to crunch through everything. No, it's not compiling shaders. It's just got to figure out how that's supposed to work. So they should appear any moment here. There they are. Okay, so now what we've got is our grass layer appearing where things are shallow, and our rock layer appearing where things are sharp. Let's go into play mode and take a look up close. Here we go. Here's our grass, just like we had before, but now our mountain has turned into rock, but there's bits and pieces of grass up on the mountain. And we're going to take care of that by adding in some mud. So let's take a look. So all I'm going to do here is take this. I'm going to move it over here. Let's move this stuff here over a bit. I'm going to duplicate this with Control W and get another one. And I'm going to duplicate these. Now I'm going to change the names of these two. Control W. What happened? Why didn't it do that? Control W. There we go. All right. So we want to take and blend this output here into B. And we're going to take this output here, explicit normals, into the alpha. And we're going to take this other one that we have here into the A position. That's our mud. And then we're going to rename these. I'm going to call this sharpness A C because that's blending the A and C layers. And blend bias, I'm going to call this blend bias AC, and I'm going to call this one blend bias. We'll do something like AC and then B, and blend bias. So the first group is the AC and then B. Hopefully we can tell those apart then. And we're going to make sure that these are in an appropriate group. And I think that appropriate group would be auto layer. And so we can just select these and go, we can select all of, no, pull this down a bit, select all of these, and just pull this down and select auto layer. There we go. All right, now we have to adjust that blend bias. So we already have our level material instance here. I'm going to peel it back so that we can see it. And we should be able to find an auto layer right here. We've got our blend sharpness AC. Okay, and the reason is because I didn't hook this up. And so it didn't know anything about this second one down here. Let's save. It's going to probably compile shaders again now, but we should be able to see this in our instance. Let's go up here. Yeah, there they are, the 4 settings we want to make. And we go back over here and we're compiling shaders, so I'll pause. Okay, the shaders are compiled. Let's get this out here where we can see it and start adjusting these. We probably don't want to adjust that one. We want to adjust this one and this one, I think. -8, -7. Maybe reduce this a little. Oh, that's the wrong way. Increase it a little. Increase it a little. So it's putting it on steeper slopes. Is that putting it on steeper slopes? Did I get those backwards again? Hold on. Okay, I think I got this straightened out, and I think we have kind of an interesting landscape going here. We've got some mud blending in with our grass. We've got a rock up here, very steep rock, and we can change this a little bit. We can change and alter this mountain. Yeah, there's bits of grass and mud growing up in here where it can get hooked into nooks and crannies. And overall, I don't think it's looking too bad now. Let's see what things look like from a distance. So we come up here. Let's turn around and take a look at our mountain. Looking pretty good. Let's see what it looks like in different lighting conditions. Let's go in here and hit our Control L and well, let's spin around where we can see where's the sun. Hit our Control L. There, we're getting kind of a sunset scene now. Oh, there's the sun over there. Okay, that's looking pretty awesome for sunset. Let's hit play. Oh, it's very dark. Oh, our eyes are adjusting. Okay, there we go. And take a look at those clouds. This is an awesome version of the engine. We're right at sunset over the ocean, and all we gotta do is decorate this thing up now. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.